afternoon, good night, whenever you are. My name is Letícia and welcome to this channel. Today it's my February roundup, first February roundup from this channel. So basically I started the channel not long ago, like I don't know, 6-8 months ago, I don't know, yeah, probably 8 months ago. Like math. And this year I decided I should just try like to make kind of a project pan and control everything. I have a spreadsheet. If you didn't see the video, I'll link somewhere. It's I have the January roundup, which is also sorry, 2021 roundup, and I kick off for this year. So I have a spreadsheet that I control every day, like the makeup I use, and because of that I can know exactly how much I use from each product and how many uses, and do all of the, you know, calculations on it. But it's still February, so we don't have that much data on it, so let's jump in. So most used product was the Maybelline mascara, the one that I don't like, the full fan. I don't like the mascara, but you know, I use it every day until it hits the pan because I don't like it, and then I will start like using my other mascaras. I used it 14 times this month. Oh, also a parenthesis, in this month I didn't actually use makeup every day. Like I never do. Like I always like stop like during the weekends or something like that. Like sometimes I take days off. But this month, my dermatitis was making my eyes get a little swollen, and even like down here it was like back a little bit. So I didn't use makeup for like 4 days in a row, 5 days in a row. So it's like my numbers are never gonna be like, oh, I use it 30 times this, well, February is 28 days, but anyways, because I don't use makeup actually every day. So this mascara I used it 14 times, which is basically every time I did my makeup. Probably that's what I used the most. This is the one I like. But I've noticed that since I haven't been using Curvax with this mascara, it's much easier because the brush is so weird. It's easier to apply it, but I still don't like it. Second most used, like actually I have like a lot of products in the same place, like tied in second place. I have the Phytosurgence blush in Fume, the E.L.F Wool Brown in Deep Brown, the gel, the Makeup by Mario eye pencil in Perfect Brown. Oh, and that's it. Those 3 products, they are tied, and I use them 13 times this month. They're all really great problems. They are all really great products, and I literally use them almost every time I use my makeup, because they're kind of like a baseline. In the end of the month, I kind of stopped using the Makeup by Mario eye pencil every day, like in my eyes, but I still use it a lot. So it's like, it's deserved. And right after it is my Rare Beauty foundation, which is like in my project pan, as is the mascara. So my Rare Beauty foundation, I use it 12 times this month, almost every time I put on my makeup. The other times I did not use foundation, so the other like 2-3 times I didn't use foundation. So basically I am like actively like using it. I don't like it as much, like I'm not liking it more, I'm not liking it less. It's just like, I don't know if you can see because I'm treating my acne. Oh, I have this one. Oh, don't even comment on it. Like I was trying so hard not to, you know, touch, and then when I came out of the shower it popped by itself. I was like, I don't believe it. But anyways, it's here healing. I applied some medicine. So anyways, because I'm healing those spots and I still have some acne and I'm using medicine, this part of my face is really dry. So I don't know if you can see, like the makeup kind of like stuck in the skin. But then again, any makeup would do that basically. There's nothing with pigment that wouldn't do that. So it's not really the foundation fault per se, but you know, it doesn't make me like it more. The good thing is I can't really show you, but I opened it and put and shine some light, because like if you try to look inside, yeah, well, the liquid is there, but like you can see it's not totally full anymore, and it feels lighter, but I can't really tell, and it doesn't really show outside. I think I'm around like here, but it's like it's a feeling. So I didn't really mark it, but it's more like a feeling. I should mark it right now. It's difficult to see, but and tied in third place is my only powder, also 12 uses. So both the foundation and the powder are in 12 uses this month. But look at that! I hit pen actually in the beginning of the month. Like it was one of my first uses of the month. I hit pen and I was like, oh, I need to show them, but you know, that way. But now you can see much more of the pen, and you can see all the rings around like here. It's gonna be faster now. I like this powder. It doesn't over powder, it doesn't add coverage. Like I powder my whole face, but it's not like, it doesn't look back, it doesn't take out the shine. It's a really good powder. But I'm ready to try something new when this is over. Now tied in fourth place, it's my Benefit Dandelion Twinkle, which hit pen long time ago, but just to show you how it's progress, how the progress is, I suppose. It's almost the same thing. I don't know if it changed much, but I am actually using it like very often, so 11 times. My E.L.F. putty primer is not even in the project pen, but look at that. I hit pen also in the beginning of the month, and I use it almost every day. So 11 times for it too. My Rare Beauty mist. So I never marked the Always an Optimist mist, the Rare Beauty one, because it's not in the project pan, but this is the only one I have, so it's gonna be used pretty fast. It's also tied in fourth place with 11 uses. So these three products are in fourth place with 11 uses. And if I didn't mention, this is in the project pan, this is in the project pan, and this is also in the project pan. So we're getting there. Then in fifth place with 10 uses is another Phytosurgence blush, the Simmer. I'm not showing the blushes because honestly, like you can't really see progress because they are like a cream, and there's a lot of cream in the pan, so and they're not in the project pan, so it's like nothing really to show, but I'm using them oftenly. Then is my Kosas concealer, also with 10 uses, and my Phytosurgence highlighter, the Spectral Shine. And I also hit pan. Look, it was also in the beginning of the month, like the putty primer and the Phytosurgence in the beginning of the month. Look, it's a lot of pen showing up. Yeah, this part, because of the way I swirl the brush, this part is like a mount here, but yeah, it's a lot of progress. With 9 uses is my Natura blush. It's a powder blush. You can only see the ring, still no pen on it. And with 8 uses, we got my Kalida's face palette in Cool Light, also no pen. It's also not in the project pen. So. And my E.L.F. Precise Brow I finally found the pencil for my eyebrow in the right color, which is neutral brown. I'm using it today. Since I bought it, I'm practically using it every day, so 8 uses. And then we go, like, the uses get much lower. So my lip liner in Magnetic Mauve from Maybelline that I've been using like the whole month of January was like one of the tops with like 10 uses. And now it fell to 5 uses. I'm not using lip liner anymore, like every day. I go through phases. It's also not the project pen, so I don't really care. My toasted cinnamon from Burt's Bee also like fell a lot. No, actually no. Yeah, it didn't fall. It's for uses last month, for uses now. I think in December I was using it a lot. Now not so much. My Path McGrath palette. I used it 4 times also this month, which I think it's like much better than what was happening before. Now, things that really fell down really low are my Tuber Beauty primers, because they are in my project pan, but I honestly, for half of the month almost, I kind of forgot primers. It's like I had only this, and the other half I didn't have any primers. It's like it just escaped my mind completely. So basically, these primers, like the illuminating primer, so basically the illuminating primer, I think you can see like the marks here, like where they were. So I didn't use much more, so a little bit more, like half a centimeter. So the illuminating primer I used 4 times, and the pore diffusing one I used 2 times only. The whole month. How the mighty have fallen. But I'm trying to keep up. Like this month I remember like, oh my god, they are in my project pan, so I'm trying to incorporate them in my daily routine again. So just like to compare, like my Fenty concealer and my Tarte concealer, I use much more in January than I used them this month. Like I used them like 6 times in January. In this month I used like 3 times each. So there's a considered difference. I noticed that this month, like as I said, like I had like to stop using makeup for some time, and when I went back to using makeup, I like forgot I had primers, and then I remember I had primer, but only the E.L.F primer. And also now I'm much more in a like easy eyeshadow mood, so I'm back to using Phytosurgence cream eyeshadow, so just like I want all over like today. And I'm like stacking a lot of blush. I'm stacking a lot of blushes, but that's it. Like I'm just like focusing on illuminating points on my face, making it uniform, lots of blushes, a simple eye, and like a power brow. So in my makeup changed a little bit. Like I'm not doing much in the lips, and I'm just like trying to focus on have like a pretty complexion, a power brow, and neutral eyes. I'm much more like inspired by like almost a 90s look. I know that it's not exactly a 90s look, but it's inspired by a 90s look. So I'm still on the lookout for a perfect like neutral powder eyeshadow, brown eyeshadow, like to just do an all over. Like I have cream ones, but they are also not exactly the color I want. So I'm still on the lookout, because basically what I want is like the kind of colors I had in the Naked One palette, in almost like contour colors. And I have surprise too. I bought a whole palette, the big one from Salt, New York. I'm so excited. I bought it like 2 days ago, so still have to wait. The first thing I bought in February was like, I need that. I've been waiting so long, and now I'm ready. I want that. And yeah, that's it for the most used and like what I feel like I was using a lot this month. Project pan. So there are some things in the project pan that I kind of forgot, like I said, like the primers. So dry here. I feel like my voice is like kind of vanishing. So my Burt's Bee eyeliner, I use literally once this month. I use 4 times in general, but I use literally once this month. I think there's no salvation. Like I really don't like using it. I'll probably have to declutter it. Also my 2 Burt's Bee lipsticks. I used Rusted River yesterday. Crimson Coast, nothing, 0. So basically I used like them 0 times this month. But I feel like using them much more now that I'm like in the end of February. I started to get in a vibe of the 90s. And so yesterday I used it, but yesterday was already March. So I think like in March I will be able to use them a little bit like in this end of winter. And my Laura Mercier powder, the sample that I have, I still haven't figured out what to do. I'm just gonna make it way there and hang for a little bit. I'm not gonna use it right now, I think. I don't know. What I am very curious for is like when my Salt New York foundation, like the Sticky Balm, arrives, I'm curious to try it with this powder that I have and with the Laura Mercier too, because it's so balmy that I'm afraid it might get like too oily on my skin. So I'm thinking about experimenting with the Sneaky Balm and powders when I need it, but that's like me anticipating stuff that hasn't happened yet. Might happen, might not. And that's it. So basically, like, there are some differences. It's not like a big differences in, I think like the biggest difference is my eyes and my mouth. So I stopped using lip liner basically completely. In my eyes, instead of doing like colorful looks with like 5 different eyeshadows, I'm just like one all over, and power eyebrow. But it's like a transition. It's not like a big thing. Also, this month I've been much more focused on my wardrobe. So I already like released one video talking about my color palette. That's only the beginning. I did a huge, finally, cleanup of my wardrobe, and I want to talk more about fashion in this channel because that was one of my ideas since the start. And when I introduced myself, I did say that I was going to, and I'm really focused about like remaking my wardrobe, but the concept and everything. Finally, I'm going through with it and I'm registering it, because I think some things that stop me, they're a problem for me, are a problem for a lot of people too. And I think it's nice to like be able to, you know, relate and see other people that are going through the same thing. So that's a big update. And as like just update about my face, like we're still in the more or less the same thing as you saw. Like most of my face is pretty good, and I noticed a difference in the texture after using the retinol for 3 months. Like it's just being 3 months in February, but still like my acne here is popping like in and out. Before I had my period this month, I actually had like 4 days with clean skin, as in no new pimples, and I was like, oh my god. But then like my PMS like hit like that almost a week before my period hit, and then I was like, acne again. And then since then it hasn't stopped. So let's see, it just hit the 3 months. I'm expecting that up to the 6 months it should get better, but that's a try. I'm also like thinking honestly about going to a dermatologist, even like if I can pay by myself, like just going to a good dermatologist and getting I actually need an indication or like, you know, research about it, because I haven't found any good ones around here yet. Let's see. And that's it for the updates. I think like those are my February updates. About other things that are not makeup, I've been binging with my boyfriend, almost binging Friends. I've never watched it like completely, like in each episode. I watched like sparse episodes, which like make me know most of the story already, but it's still like delightful. And that's probably why I'm going in this 90s mindset, because I love the aesthetics of the 90s, so that's great. And that's it for today. That's the wrap up of February. It's been so fast, like I'm like, what third month, and the first week of the 3rd month it's already over. Oh my god. And yeah, that's where we are. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment, like what do you think, about the progress? Do you do the same thing? You don't, like, I don't know, like, do you like these products? And what did you think about February? Oh my god. How was your February? I hope your March it's even better covers any cases, right? Yes. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want. If you don't want, it's okay too. Bye. See you in the next one.